Greetings. I hope you enjoy your ride today. How many of you are there? Well, just the one. That's fine. Is this your first? Oh, that's wonderful. I'm so happy to have you back. Now I will ask you to... Poor thing. Didn't your parents give you any consonants when you were born? Too bad. As you know, your buzzard is the key with the B on it. Enjoy the ride. See you at the bottom.
It's time for the show where high culture and pop culture collide. You Don't Know Jack is brought to you by Underwear Invisible Undergarments for today's modern man. Feel safe, feel secure, feel invisible. And now, here's your host, Schmitty.
Alrighty, welcome to the game. Hey, what's up? You couldn't get any of your little spy friends to play with you? Or is it just that I can't see them? Okay, whatever you do, don't close your eyes on the ride. You do not want to miss this. Alright, Buzz. This one's called... I can't see him, but he's still my little friend. Now, the fun part. If you have an imaginary friend named No See 'em, how much you play together? You wear a magic ring, he tries to kill you. You go hiking, he bites you. You plant a garden. Go on, do it! No See 'ems are these little tiny biting flies. You know, it's a rare friendship when you can say bite me and still stay close. Hit that button. Reeled in a big one. Try this category. If you were a window, I could see through you. Like it or not, it's question time. Say you're watching TV and the cones in your retina stop working. Considering how this would impair your vision, what might you say if you call up your local... Go for it! Since the cones in your retina allow you to see colors, losing them would leave you in a black and white world. But unfortunately, the cable guy won't be able to help you. He can't do anything about your astigmatism either, so don't ask. Slap your buzzer and we'll find out how much... That'll work. Try this category. Did you see the Invisible Man? Let's say that in a desperate attempt not to be boring, an economist tries to get all artsy and writes a hip new horror movie. Say the economist writes a movie about the Invisible Man. Because the title includes an actual economic theory, what might the film be called? The Invisible Head of Anarchy? The Invisible Eyes of Communism? The Invisible Hand of Capitalism? Or the Invisible Brain of Reaganomics? Come on, take it! Economist Karl Marx proposed that if you tell the people they all own everything, then they will in fact feel like they own absolutely nothing. Which is exactly what you're getting, baby. Let me show you what I would have picked. Economist Adam Smith proposed that individuals in a capitalist society act in self-interest, but to the benefit of the society as a whole, as though guided by an invisible hand. An invisible hand that'll be on every fast food container in this country if Spielberg does the film. Buzz in for the bugs, baby.
Bingo. There was a man who wore a cloak and spying was his game. Oh, C-L-O-A-K, C-L-O-A-K had nothing underneath except his little dagger.
Welcome to Cloak. Remember to hit your buzzer when the first letter of the answer lights up. That's how you win the cash. If you get all 5 letters, you win the bonus. Okay, come on. Control's Nemesis. James Bond is Agent Blake. 007. Kodak makes them. Say cheese. John Steed and Emma Peel. The Avengers. Referees. Officials. Under blank and key. It's a lock. One more letter for the real cash. Soviet Intelligence Agency. KGB. You got it. cloak. That's yours. Check out your score there, make sure everything's in order, and we're moving on. Hit the buzzer. Hey, kind of looks like you know what you're doing. Here's your category. He's got a thing that's called Radar Love. Okay, do you remember Radar O'Reilly, the guy with the teddy bear from the TV show MASH and the movie? Well, say Radar O'Reilly actually has radar. Which of these things would be the most difficult for him to detect? A hang glider, a stealth bomber? It's yours if you want it. Any more questions? Well, that'll make an exciting story, won't it? The shape and material of the stealth bomber makes it really difficult to detect by radar, just like the shape and material of Radar O'Reilly made it very difficult for him to attract the ladies. Buzz in and lock on to the highest value. Up next, war is easy, comedy is hell. Hey, do you remember the unknown comic? You know, that guy in the Gong Show whose face we never saw because it was covered by a paper bag? Imagine that after he dies, he's buried in the tomb of the unknown soldier. If the unknown comic were interred there, how many unknown bodies would then be buried at Arlington National Cemetery? 1, 2, 3, or 4? Go on, do it! Oh, was that too tough for you? Here, let me give you another try. Who's buried in Grant's tomb? What do you say we check out the right answer? Currently, there are 3 soldiers buried there. One from World War I, World War II, and Korea. The soldier from Vietnam was identified, and hopefully no one's planning on replacing him. So, adding the unknown comic would make 4. You know, it's too bad they didn't have plastic grocery bags when the unknown comic was popular. Sticking one of those over his head would have been the most entertaining thing he ever did. Buzz in and tell me how much the next question. The category is... A real man stares at the sun. Okay, so you know how Manfred Mann's Earth Band sings a well-known cover of Bruce Springsteen's Blinded by the Light, right? Well, what the hell is Manfred Mann's Earth Band trying to sing? Revved up like a deuce? Go for it! What Mr. Mann and the boys are trying to say is, revved up like a deuce, another runner in the night. And if you think that's bad, you ought to hear their cover of Smells Like Teen Spirit. Work that buzzer to choose. I'm calling this one. Nude is artistic. Naked is just frightening. Well, since we covered some 70s music with Manfred Mann, seems only appropriate that we move up a decade. Apparently, the 80s band Naked Eyes is no longer visible to the naked eye. I mean, I haven't seen them in years, and I was a big fan. Considering the title of Naked Eye's big hit, which of these would make the best epitaph? Goodbye, cruel world. Another band bites the dust. Don't shed a tear for us, or it's yours if you want it. Naked Eye's big fat 80s hit was always something there to remind me. Yeah, you know, there always will be something there to remind me. It's called Muzak. Hit that buzzer and grab the highest value. Great selection. Brace yourself, my friend. It's time for Dis or Dat. This Dis or Dat category is called Size Doesn't Matter as long as you can see it, right? All right, now I'm going to read off 7 things, and for each one I want you to tell me if it shrinks or turns invisible. Cash in for each one you get right, and you lose some cash for each one you get wrong or don't get to. You got 30 seconds to get all 7. Let the magic begin. Perseus, does he shrink or turn? Ant-Man. Alice in Wonderland. Bilbo Baggins. The Cheshire Cat. The Invisible Girl. A penis in cold water. Hey, you got 5 out of 7. Not bad for guessing. Here's your current score. You feel good about that? Let's keep going. I want you to hit your buzzer and get the value of the next... Coming at you. The Battle of the Bulges. Hey, do you know those little thongs that guys wear? You know, some people call them banana smugglers because, you know, they do. They look like, come on, you know what I mean. Say the title character from the Scarlet Pimpernel wore a thong. Based on the nationality of the people he smuggled to safety, what might jeering kids call his thong? Dutch apple pie smuggler, French fry smuggler, Greek salad smuggler, or Swedish meatball smuggler? Come on, take it!
Hello?
Should've picked this one. The Scarlet Pimpernel is the story of a disguised British noble who rescues French aristocrats during the Revolution. French fries smuggler. Like me to supersize that for you? Hit that buzzer and try to snap. Oh, that's great. My grandmother sent me more than that on my last birthday. Your category is Dead Time Stories. Okay, listen up. It's story time. Once upon a time, there was this guy, right? And he had this, like, ingrown toenail, right? I mean, it was killing him, but he refused to go to a doctor because he thought he could take care of it himself, right? So he went at it with this butter knife and a fork. He tried prying back his skin so he could dig out the infected nail, but the pain was just too severe, right? So he decided to get so drunk he wouldn't feel the pain. Only that screwed up his motor skills, so he was digging in the wrong place. Finally, the throbbing got so bad, he just hacked off the toe with a steak knife and bled to death in his bathroom. What was this guy's problem? He couldn't see the forest for the trees. He locked the stable after his horse was gone. He saw the world through rose-colored glasses, or it was like the blind leading the blind. Go on, do it! When you focus on the little things so much that you lose track of the big picture, that's when you can't see the forest for the trees. But I think the real lesson here is, don't pick at your toes with a fork. All right, buzz in and get your money. Here's a little something I call, you ain't seen nothing yet. Okay, I'm just gonna come out and ask this. Have you ever heard that masturbating can make you go blind? Me neither, but it brings up a good question. And, here it is. So just go ahead and buzz in when you got it. Go for it. That's right. According to the medical profession, chronic masturbation will not make you go blind. However, pressing your nose against the TV trying to tune in the after-hours pay-per-view channels at 3 in the morning may cause eye strain. Buzz in for the bucks, baby. See if you see what I see in this clue. I don't know what you see in her. Just remember, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Yeah, I'd like to hold her. Was that out loud? You missed just one! Can you imagine how exciting that would have been if somebody else were playing?
Hey, Bob. What are you doing sitting at your computer staring at that screensaver?
Shh! It's not a screensaver. It's Big Buck Blast, a new simulated hunting game.
Well, how long you been sitting there?
14 hours, 23 minutes.
Seen anything yet?
No, not yet.
Sounds kind of boring.
It'll be worth it as soon as I get one clean shot.
Huh. Yeah, move over. Got another beer?
Yeah, and help yourself.
Hi, I'm Bert. You don't know me, well, not by name, but you're familiar with my handiwork, as are Madonna, Jodie Foster, and Princess Stephanie of Monaco. If you're a successful single woman who would like to know what it's like to cradle a baby in your arms without a doting lower-income father around, then give me a call. A few minutes later, I'll be right over with a small jar full of Bert juice. I'm a healthy guy. I ain't ugly. Give me $50 and I'll be gone.
Single? Famous? Want to be a mother? Give Bert a call today at 1-800-OH-BABY. That's 1-800-OH-BABY.
Hey, you can even keep the turkey baster. Think of me on the holidays.
I thought about holding the door open for her, but when I looked down at my bracelet, I thought, what would Satan do? So I slammed the door in her face and bit the heads off all the lab rats.
Satanko. It's been 3 days, Bob. When is Big Buck Blast gonna do something? I think I see something.
You shot a cow!
I could have sworn it was a deer.
3 days and you shot a cow!
Shut up! That Big Buck's coming. I know he is.
You really think so?
He's got to. It said it would on the box.
Oh, well then I can wait too. Hand me the deer scent.
Big Buck Blast, the simulated hunting game with all of the tedium without any of the fresh air or sunshine, is available at Buster's Bait Shop and Computer Emporium.
One is for the heartache.
If you've ever been in love,
2 is for the tears.
or just had to do your taxes,
I'm itemizing the deductions you've taken through the years.
this album is for you.
I've got more than $400 of interest in you. Then I showed her my long form check here.
As sweet as your first kiss,
If you would like $1 of your love
and as painful as your first audit.
to go to my election campaign,
Tax Cuts, the new album by Darren Fick. In stores now.
you should take another deduction for being blind to my love.
In other news, 3 out of 5 celebrities agree that war is bad. Learn more tonight.
How many times has this happened to you?
Daddy, what's the difference between absolute and relative surplus value according to Marx?
Go play with this ball, honey.
Middle-class buffoon.
Well, it won't happen again.
Look what I have for you, sugar.
The illustrated Das Kapital. Thanks, Daddy.
You're welcome,
The
sweetie.
brightly colored pictures help me understand the general law of capitalist accumulation. And the pop-up stick figures tell me all about heterogeneous and serial manufacture.
Yep.
There's even a scratch and sniff chapter about machinery and modern industry.
That's right, honey.
Daddy, you're the greatest. Now, can you tell me how the expression of female sexuality can challenge the patriarchal order?
I love you, pumpkin.
The illustrated Das Kapital. Also available, the Gross Anatomy Book of Cutout Dolls and the Kama Sutra playset.
Tonight on the Nature Channel, don't miss part 2 of the critically acclaimed documentary, Ducks. Part 2 of Ducks, tonight at 9 Eastern, 8 Central, only on the Nature Channel.
Tonight on Investigative Copy.
Until recently, this sleepy Ohio town was primarily known as a test market for Olestra products. Now, religious fanatics are making a pilgrimage here to witness the miraculous weeping anus.
I was just watching TV and I felt a rumbling in my gut. Tried to make it to the toilet, but whoop, there it was.
It's beautiful. I think it's a sign from God.
There are no words to describe this man's wondrous anus, blessed by our holy Savior.
But is it really a sign from God?
I've been here for 3 days, and the anus seems to weep at regular intervals, but they're almost too regular.
I actually bottled some of the tears of the anus, and quite frankly, they have no healing properties.
I'm just a guy who likes eating chips and watching TV.
The Ohio weeping anus. God's miracle or Satan's curse?
Tonight.
Yeah, can I get the steak without the meat?
Sorry, sir, that's not possible.
Ugh, where does a vegetarian have to go to get a decent meal around here?
Come on down to Joe's Backyard for 2 acres of vegetarian delight. For only $9.99, I'll set you out to pasture, and that includes unlimited returns to my grass buffet.
Now I don't have to stay home when my non-vegetarian friends go out to eat. I can even bring my dog.
Depending on the time of year, we've got 4-leaf clovers, dandelions, daisies, crabgrass, and of course our most popular item, good old-fashioned grass.
I'm a vegan, and I feel more comfortable knowing that my dinner wasn't cooked in the same pan as some helpless hunk of butter.
I like not having to use utensils. It's so natural.
Wow, look how green that grass is under Joe's lawn chair. My mouth is watering. Let's graze.
Hey, Joe, why is it called Joe's Backyard?
Because I'm Joe, and it's my backyard.